Opal, Serenity, and Lucy's discussion with the Burton brothers. Okay boys, we need to have a serious talk about something.
Okay? What's this about?
We heard something about you three throwing eggs at Laughing Bob 100's house. Would you three care to explain that?
What? Who told you that?
It's not important who told us. Now why would you vandalize someone's house like that?
Okay, this whole thing where my brothers and I, specifically Gunnar and Jonah, not Calvin by the way, throw eggs at Laughing Bob 100's house was my idea. We only did it for fun.
But what we didn't know is that egging someone's house qualified as an act of vandalism. Laughing Bob 100 told us that and called our parents upon telling us to leave his property.
And our parents told us that we could have gotten arrested for it if Laughing Bob 100 pressed charges against us. They even grounded us for it. We've learned our lesson ever since.
And it was the only time we did something like that. We haven't done it any more times than that.
And the only time we pulled that prank was a few years ago. And that was before we all started dying.
I know you'll probably think less of us because of the vandalism, but we all regretted doing something like that since that very day.
Jonah, we would never think less of you. We've all had our share of causing trouble. Besides, before my family and I moved to Springfield, Stephanie and I were troublemakers in the channel of our creator, avoiding FWAP. And so was an old friend of ours.
What? Lucy, you were a troublemaker before moving to Springfield?
Yeah. Whether I caused trouble with Stephanie or not, my parents grounded me for all the stuff I did in the past. But compared to the way Stephanie's mom treated her, my parents were actually more reasonable towards me.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, but as far as Stephanie's mom's concerned, since she and the Punishers escaped from jail 7 months ago, we need to be on high alert in case they're somewhere in this city.
You're right. I remembered when my dad testified against Stephanie's man when she and the Punishers got arrested for all her crimes up to the war against the insurgency.
Didn't your dad commit an act of child abuse himself back at Springfield?
What do you mean?
Remember the day when Kaden got expelled and arrested for assaulting you 2 years ago?
Yes, my man was totally crossed with him because of what he did to me. Why?
Because when your mom told your dad what Kaden did to you, he got super angry right up to the point where he brutally assaulted him in front of us. Like when our former principal assaulted Tripp for harassing you on your first day at that school.
And it led to all of us getting involved in those mass assaults that occurred on school grounds. Aside from assaulting Tripp twice and Kaden once, your dad did it to Alexine, Annex, Nexa, Lena, and Aurora.
So even though Deacon's dad orchestrated Sage's revenge assault against him and Simona, your dad tricked all of us into assaulting Tripp and most of his friends at school.
Oh no! My dad tricked us. All of us. And he committed child abuse at our old high school.
Yeah. And not only that, but Kaden got bullied by Sage, Vincent, Michael Dale, Dustin Halifax, and Luke and abused by his own parents. Remember?
Oh. I forgot.
Unbelievable. And I thought that Samantha and Deacon's dads were the only ones who played us. Your dad's a real hypocrite.
You know what? I'm gonna have to warn my mom about this. My dad's gotta go to jail.
Yeah! This can't be kept in the dark forever. We gotta do something about our former principal. This has gone too far.
And right now would actually be a good time to do it considering the fact that the Martell brothers apologized to all of us alongside Michael Dale and Dustin Halifax.
Alright. Wish me luck guys.
What? Your father assaulted Tripp a second time, along with Alexine, Annex, Nexa, Lena, and Aurora back at Springfield? And the Punishers escaped 7 months ago?
Yeah. And it gets worse. Mr. Bufford framed Mr. Martell for forcing Sage to get revenge on Deacon for ruining his 17th birthday 2 years ago. Kaden even got abused by his parents prior to the day he got expelled, arrested, and disowned for assaulting me. And he got bullied by Sage, Vincent, Luke, Michael, and Dustin. Oh yo.
I can't believe this. Your father assaulted Tripp and most of his friends at your old high school before it got shut down. And the Punishers are on the loose. And Deacon's dad orchestrated that mass assault against his own son and Kaden got abused by his own parents? That's it. Your father and I are gonna have a very serious talk right now. I will not let this whole thing slide. But before I do, I need to make a few phone calls.